Hey guys, Stomach7 here with another FLR race. This one's going to be special stage Route 5, and here we are with the start. Pretty big jump for Zero there on the start. He's definitely going to have a good lead coming off to the first couple corners. Driver's dicing through that tunnel corner, and then, whoa, Decoy going over already, and he recovers immaculately. Like, he recovered really well right there. I was able to keep going, and going through the second set of chicanes, you can just tell this track, in case you have not seen it yet, this track is Chicane City. I mean, that's what it should be called. It's literally Chicane City. There are 1, 2, 3 sets of chicanes I can think of on the track, and one of them is a double chicane. So essentially 4 chicanes on the track, and as most road course drivers would know, chicanes are probably one of the toughest corners, types of corners to master on a road course. So having a track like this with 4 of them is just extremely tech, and it's hard to pass on. It's just really difficult to make passes on a track with 4 chicanes, because even though many drivers are faster than, like, you can tell Luke just gained a ton of time on Decoy with the way he took it, but since there's so many chicanes and it's a lot of chicanes leading into other chicanes, it is just hard to make moves, because even if you have speed, there's no like sweepers to make passes. So very interesting and fun track in that regard. Coming into the final chicane. Whoa, Camby popping a crazy crash. I don't even know how he flipped that many times, and then he gets hit by Zero, and then he backs up into Slaunch. Decoy, I think that might be Luke Vermin as well. So that was just crazy there. Camby trying to get his spots back and ended up getting hit by Zero. I think that affected him the most, and then pulled out in front of the pack. That was just insane right there. So now Camby's going to try his best to make up any kind of positions he can. It really sucks when you mess up on a track like this, but everybody's going to make mistakes on this track, and you'll see that every driver, even the fastest drivers, make mistakes several times throughout this race, because it is just, on a track like this, it is impossible. You see Luke passing Decoy there on the outside. Pretty nice move. Decoy's going to get him on that sweeper though. It is just impossible to not make mistakes. Like, if somebody ran a race no mistakes on this track, I wouldn't be impressed right away, because I would like to look at their finish, because running safe. Oh, and then here we have a lag out, Arbiter, or sorry, a quit even, maybe. I'm not exactly sure if it was a lag out or a quit. Arbiter quit, and we had to do a restart. So here's the restart. Vermin does not go on the restart, and it just jumbles up the entire field. There's always that one guy that's like mid-pack that doesn't go, and it makes the restarts extremely interesting. Generally a lot more chaotic than they need to be. That's usually what the one guy that doesn't go does, is they make it just a lot more chaotic. Looks like Apathy still, actually no, we might even have Cookie in the lead right now, and Apathy's still battling up front. So Apathy on his own track, having a pretty good run so far, as we would expect out of him. Going to Decoy's perspective, he rounds out the podium in 3rd. See, many drivers have these nice colored gooses. We don't have mongoose skins yet, unfortunately. We don't have mongoose customization. Any of those things that would just be amazing, but a lot to ask for. We don't have any of those yet in Halo Racing, but 343 did add some mongoose skins. Basically, they're the Rex skins from Warzone, and they are very nice. I think that it's a nice addition, and even though it's not exactly what we want, having a couple different, whoa, Cookie pops a 2-wheel. That's extremely unfortunate. He was having a pretty good run on this track, messes up in the final chicane, and you're gonna see that happen to a lot of people this race, and that just pops him way back in the field. So it's gonna be extremely difficult for him to make up any ground now for the rest of this race, but he's got 20 laps to do it. Like I was saying, these skins. Oh, here we have Decoy making a pass on Apathy. Decoy's gonna take the lead on Apathy right here. Skins are nice for extra choice. It's just not exactly what we would want. Like, I think we, as the community, we always are gonna want more. I think what every racer on Halo would appreciate, though, is an update to the Mongoose physics in the Mongoose gearbox, because it is broken. It's never been this broken before, but the Mongooses are literally broken on this game, and it's just extremely unfortunate, because on release, I think these were the best Mongooses in any Halo, in my preference, especially for Supercross. Not so much for World of Outlaw. It wasn't very. They are definitely better for that now. But for Supercross, for road courses, for anything besides like World of Outlaw, any type of oval like NASCAR-ish racing, anything but that, these are the best gooses. And you could do tricks with them, and it wasn't very realistic. But you know what? Playing frickin' Halo could literally give a crap about realism. It's sci-fi. I don't want too much realism. That would ruin it. So if they released a patch that literally said, hey, last patch we did on Mongooses was retarded, here's the old Mongooses, that would be amazing. Or even if it added customization options to where you could change the weight. I know that would be extremely in-depth, but it would make it so much better. I just want the gearbox to be fixed. Something that you drivers may not know about is that the gearbox is just extremely broken on these Mongooses, and essentially what happens is that there's 3 gears, first gear, second gear, third gear, and first gear shifts to second gear pretty quickly, generally no problems, but second gear shifting to third gear, sometimes it just does not shift. This is not a problem that exists in any other Halo. In every other Halo, as you see Solange Pass and Camby right there, in every other Halo, gear shifting was smooth and was never a problem. Cookie flips over yet again, and that's going to allow Solange and Camby to pass him, probably going to ruin... Oh, and Decoy gets into the wall, and then Luke's going to pass him for the lead. Decoy loses his lead after a mistake. We're just seeing all kinds of mistakes lose drivers' positions here. But in other Halos, on certain corners, you could do tricks to like hold your gear, and it gained you a little bit of time. But for the most part, gear shifting was like a super tech thing that worked. And the ways you could, as you see Solange Pass Apathy here for third, the ways you could manipulate your gears were simple and made sense. The way you do it in this game basically just feels like an exploit or a glitch, or it's freaking broken, which is what it is. It's broken. So I didn't really want to get in the soapbox in this video, but it kind of needs to be talked about. I think I'm gonna make a PSA type thing and hope to get some good views, hopefully some attention from 343 with it. So whenever I make that, if every racer could share that, I would really appreciate it, because when I do make that video really needs to be seen. Decoy flips, and that is going to... He was having a great run, potentially his second podium run. That's probably going to ruin it. I don't think he's finishing on podium now. I don't think it's going to happen. Skipping forward a little bit here, Luke's caught up to lap traffic, trying to dice his way by Zero, calling for the blue flag. You can tell Zero's not necessarily blue flagging yet, so Luke forces him to the outside in that corner as he blue flags. That ends up getting Luke in the wall. Some miscommunication there, and probably just not enough trust between those two on the blue flag rule. So it's going to allow Solange to catch up and get within a goose length of Luke. Coming to the white flag, so with that incident, Solange now has a chance to go for the win on white flag lap. He's got about a 2 mongoose length gap right now to try to work down. Let's see if he can do it. Pretty even through that corner. I think Luke got a better run off, but Solange had a better run in. Solange definitely gained a little bit there, but they go pretty even. Luke was even probably faster in the chicane. Second chicane, pretty even yet again. Probably just, it looks like Solange is better on entry, Luke's better on exit in most of these corners. That corner, I think Luke definitely had better corner, but gets hit with a little bit of second gear, and that's going to catch it back up. Here's Solange's move. Oh, no. Brakes too hard, gets hit with the E-brake, and that's definitely not going to allow him to make any moves. So coming to the finish, Luke's going to take the win. Papa's going to take second. Apathy will take third here. And then soon there he is, Camby will take fourth. There's Decoy and Cookie taking 5th and 6th. And as you can see, Vermin 0 over 7th and 8th, Arbiter quit out for the 9th place. Hope you guys enjoyed that race. There's podium shot, and I'll see you for the next one, which is Multus Modus. Make sure to leave a comment if you enjoyed this race.